You may have stopped going to school years ago, but the truth is, if you want to be successful, you need to be curious and you need to feed that curiosity. Bradley Staats, the author of Never Stop Learning, talks to us about why it is vital to always be exposed to new things.
Success isn't about what we know in this moment. It's about how do we continue to learn and change with it. Today we're living very much in a learning economy, not just a knowledge economy, whether that's technological change, globalization. We can think about things like artificial intelligence and data. We've got to be able to adapt with it. What we really want to do is understand what are those steps to take for learning to make sure that we can continue to succeed so we can reinvent ourselves in the workplace. There's really 4 things that I would suggest we need to focus on. The first is how we deal with failure, really learning from failure. Failure isn't a mistake in the process, it's a part of the process. That doing something new, we can't get it right all the time. And failure is vital. When things go wrong, it shows us that, hey, we have a gap that we need to fill. Failure's motivating. We then work to fill that gap. The struggle is, it's embarrassing. It's kind of sometimes shameful. We don't want to admit that it went wrong. We want to be right all the time. Sometimes I don't want to try it because what happens if it goes wrong? Well, what happens if you don't do anything? So the second element is taking time to reflect. Don't avoid thinking by being busy. If we want to learn, we have to be willing to fight that urge to act. We did some research where we taught people a new task and we gave them a choice. Do you want to do the task again or spend some time reflecting? 80% of people chose to do, only 20% reflected, but that group that reflected ended up learning and performing at a much higher level. If we want to learn successfully, we've got to fight that urge to always be on and actually step back. The third piece as we think about learning is really around playing to strengths. We can't be good at everything. So instead, if we really want to learn successfully, we need to look at those strengths. What are we good at? Where do we differentiate ourselves? Where do we enjoy what we're doing? And if we can put all of that together, then we're likely to be able to work harder, work smarter in the process. Fourth element is really around learning from others. There's a great quote from Galileo basically saying, I've never met a man so ignorant I couldn't learn from him. Others play a huge role in our ability to be successful. Part of that is just we can learn from them. They have knowledge that we maybe don't have ourselves. Others are really motivating, that we're likely to do more when we're surrounded by people. Google did now a few years ago a project they called Project Aristotle. They're interested in team performance. What they saw again and again, that teams that worked well together were far more likely to be successful even if it was a quote-unquote B team of players. In the same way, when we think about learning, we need to look at the others. Familiarity doesn't breed contempt, it actually breeds success.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.